EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
His second year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched, took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. Second year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump in year 3.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
34-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young.
Got a man, that's Legette.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Young is set to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you got a chance for success when injury bug hits.
Third down at 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Young. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt.
They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
They start the drive with Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You look at this Carolina defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
To the air, Allen.
Open man is Palmer.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a package.
Allen hit, he lost the football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The Bills at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
When you look at this defense,
they enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 of the league in stopping the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested is yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Panthers' 22-yard line.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Over the middle to Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yards runs, and goes to one of those. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Here's Allen.
To the left side, finds his receiver, Noel.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level.
Oh, this is blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
Looking to put a drive together. Young to throw it.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Young to throw it.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Again, it's Young.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Run first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Taken from just outside the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a first and 10.
The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's to the former Panther, Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first and 10. action. Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Offense was moving it a little bit. Allen back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. Hard throw. Incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Looking to put a drive together. Now here's Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Panthers 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Young.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Young.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's 2nd best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Allen now looks to throw. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Young now. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Young. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
He cannot get away, and Young will go down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. This is taken at the 18.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Inside give to Davis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo 1st down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The 1st down carry for Davis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He could drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now Allen. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Allen going to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Young.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 13. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And that's complete to Sanders. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Carolina Panther.
To the air once more, Young. This is caught by McMillan. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
31-yard line.
Young working out of the gun.
That's complete to Chuba Hubbard.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Boye Mafe
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We are into Week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead, the Chiefs at home to take on the Commanders. And we talk so much about the Chiefs' offense, how about the defense coming up big here? They could only muster one takeaway all night, but it was a big one right here. The Chiefs win their 2nd straight, and they do it in style. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they host the Tennessee Titans. And this is Anthony Richardson. 12 yards on the touchdown. The Colts get their 5th win on the year as they get the victory here. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's the 2nd-year man, Spencer Rattler. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. The Saints get win number 2 as they take care of business in this one. And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Josh Palmer, the intended target.
And now it's third down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Cook running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward you.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. A chance for us to look now at the Bills' defense. Looking to put a drive together. Now Young. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Young to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's taken to the 26.
A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second down at the 29-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, Young.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Young will set to throw.
Got him there, and that's legal.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Young on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They begin with a run by Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Allen.
Down the field, he's got more.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First down, Buffalo.
Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brown. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now Allen. Open man, it's Palmer. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and 1.
And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Checks this down to Hubbard.
They wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebacker.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
And Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now here's Young.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. Down the left sideline.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Antonio Gibson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And Oliver able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Young down.
That is caught. McMillan with it.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Young to throw it.
That one complete to Leggett.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard.
At the Bills' 46-yard line.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. In motion, the tight end.
40-yard line.
Young.
Got a man, and that's Leggett.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
8-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
Here's Young. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Young.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
That's another Carolina Panther. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
At the 16-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Young. Forced out to his left.
Oh, Young loses it.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A great stop by D.J. Wonnum to back the offense up on that play.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. That's over the middle into the hands of Noel. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
To throw, it's Allen. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Now the Bills defense, they make their way back out there.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and a couple.
Throwing, Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Looking to throw, Young.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It'll be Young again. He's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Results in a fourth down.
It's do or die for Dalton. One last shot at the end zone. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Yeah. Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for two. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that two-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the Bills, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.